Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Billy Capistrano. In tonight's Game Plan, the Meralco Bulls officially claim redemption as they take home the second leg title of the PBA 3x3. The champs join us tonight live.
As the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers came, saw, and conquered, we'll also wrap up the PNVF Champions League week with Carmela Tunay. And we welcome back the wonder boy of Yamaha Racing Philippines, Kyle Paz, after his campaign in the 2021 Moto2 European Championship. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game.
Now, the last time we had them on our show, they were hungry for redemption after losing to TNT in the finals. This time around, they knocked off the Tropang Giga in the semis and proceeded to take the crown over Platinum Karaoke. Returning on the game this time as champions of PBA 3x3 are Meralco Bolts Tonino Gonzaga, Joseph Sedorifa, and Ryan Batino. Gentlemen, welcome to the game, and of course, congratulations on winning the championship.
Thank you. Thank you po.
Alright.
Napaka-shy naman.
Oo
Guys, kaka-champion nyo lang, okay?
Kaya mag-celebrate.
Konting excitement naman.
Okay, so
Salamat.
gusto ko yun. Malamya pa din ng konti. Pero we'll take that. We'll take it.
Shy.
Alright, Tonino, let's start with you. How does it feel na finally you got to clinch that title after that heartbreaking loss to TNT? Let's transfer it to Joseph. Joseph, kamusta mo yung pakiramdam that you won the title?
Sobrang parang masaya, happy talaga kasi parang nakuha namin yung baga momentum na to win the championship, the second league. So, ganun.
Grabe nga yung emosyon nyo after winning that one.
Yes.
Ryan, can you explain to us yung feeling after yung final point? Kasi grabe, parang laki ng laki ng bigat na that just basically came off your shoulder after all of yung struggles nyo after yung leg 1.
At first, di ko alam na panalo na pala kami. Nung na-shoot ni Joseph Gentira, I was ready to defend Carl Dehesa at Chaveza. Tapos nung tinignan ko yung score kasi nabigla ko, sumisigaw sila. Parang ko na, panalo na pala. So parang nabigla ako na ito na yung namin, yung pinaka-goal namin na nakuha namin yun. Tapos, di ba, parang nawala yung pagod namin sa after ng game na yun. Kaya ready na kami para sa next goal.
Now, Tonino, ano naman yung naging motivation nyo in that finals game?
Well, nag-usap lang kami amongst ourselves. Tapos, imbis na sabihin namin out of revenge or out of tatalunin namin yung siyempre nagpapasalamat kami lagi kay Lord na parang blessed kami na
So we're gonna try to get Tonino back kasi yung audio niya is well, a bit choppy right now. Pero Joseph, ikaw muna. So basically, grabe yung run ninyo in general. First of all, not as great yung group stage nyo going into sa leg 2. Pero at what point did you feel na kaya nyo mag-champion in leg 2, especially considering yung mga nakalaban nyo ngayon? Mas experience ngayon sa 3x3.
Sa amin na naman, usap-usap lang kami to defend. Kasi yung identity namin is to defend. Yung offense, yun, sikip lang kung it went in or papasok ko rin. Basta consistent kami sa depensa namin. So yun lang. Luckily, pumasok yung shots namin.
Now, Ryan, paano mo i-compare yung style of play dito sa second leg compared to the first leg? Mas physical ba or parang mas personal na yung mga labanan nyo?
Para sa amin, hindi siya personal. Ano lang
Good
talaga.
to hear.
Lahat ng teams kasi parang ng second leg is like iba na yung thinking sa amin. Parang gusto nila na kami talunin kasi nga parang hindi naman sa pagmamayo, parang yung ano namin is parang team to beat, parang ganun na kami. Nangyari after first leg kasi sa ano namin, sa paano kami maglaro. So, pero kami naman ready naman kami lagi sa sa challenges, tsaka ayun.
Oh, grabe, hindi nga pwede mag-personalan kasi 6 legs pa eh. 4 legs pa, rather. So, marami pang laban doon. Pero, Joseph, can you tell us a bit about yung recovery process ninyo? Kasi, grabe, sunod-sunod yung mga laro. Tapos, konti lang yung break nyo between one leg to the other. How are you recovering para sa susunod yun na leg?
Well, yun, crucial nga sa amin yung recovery kasi nga yung physical masyado yung game. Yun lang. Nag-off kami and then off tapos
Oh, then of course, I think Tonino, are you there?
Yes.
All right. Sorry,
Sorry.
Joseph, medyo na-cut ka dun eh. But then right now, since Tonino's back here, we'll go back to him muna. Tonino, syempre, going into this one, redemption, that was one of your goals, coming so close in sa leg 1. Leg 2, finally making past the mark. How are you motivating yourself going to leg 3, knowing that not only you had a big target on your back sa leg 2, lumaki ngayon going into leg 3?
Well, I guess ganun nga. Parang nung leg 1, yung teams paid attention more to us, lalo na sa eliminations. Nahirapan kami sa mga games sa simula, very close. So we had to adjust lang in being more team-oriented. Yung defense namin, since leg 1, niretain lang namin yung intensity doon. Pero siguro coming into leg 3, we'll expect teams to adjust even more, lalo na dahil marami nang sasanay sa style of play sa 3x3. Kaso magbe-build lang kami sa trust namin as teammates, and yung teamwork namin, i-build lang namin kung anong sinimula namin. Hindi na kami magpo-focus sa kung anong gagawin or sinasabi ng mga ibang tao. Basta yung trust lang namin and yung teamwork namin, i-build namin ulit.
Ikaw naman, Ryan, from your end, what can we expect from you coming into leg 3?
Mas pa kami ngayon, mas hungry pa kami ngayon kasi gusto namin kunin ulit yung championship for the leg 3. Kaya hindi kami nag-iba ng lineup kasi parang yung hunger namin nandun parang gusto talaga namin i-push hanggang sa leg 6 na kami yung mag-champion kung kakayanin lang.
Siyempre, Joseph, I'm sure na hindi kayo satisfied, hindi kayo content na isang championship lang yung nakuha nyo. How motivated are you going to leg 3?
super motivated kasi yan nga, it's a new opportunity to us na magkaroon ng work kasi na matagal na layoff. So kung ano yung makokontrol namin for now, yung effort, yung teamwork, yung defense, kung ano yung kailangan ng team. So yun yung bibigay namin.
Well, again, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. And good luck in the third leg. And again, congratulations on winning the second leg.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, after the break, Carmela Tunay joins us live as we wrap up the week-long volleyball action in the PNVF Champions League. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. watching the game. The F2 Logistics Cargo Movers make a huge comeback, sweeping and winning the crown in the PNVF Champions League Women's Volleyball. To help us wrap up the exciting week-long action, we have our volleyball analyst, Miss Anong Tunay, Mela Tunay. Mela, welcome back to Reality. Sorry, pero nandito ka na. Alam naman namin you had a very interesting vacation. Hi, Mela.
Yes, that was a work trip actually. But yes, hello, good evening, Pao and Billy. Nice to see you guys.
You know, I love it kasi every time Mela's on the show, ang formal niya eh. She's the alter ego of who she is on social media.
I agree.
Oo, it's a running gag, pero let's see if we can get
Smile
her
naman tayo
loosen
dyan,
up.
Mel.
Oo.
Trying my best. I'm trying my best.
Okay, so let's talk Champions League muna. Obviously, the big headline, F2 sweeping and winning the competition. Nagulat ka ba, Mels, that no sets dropped in the entire run for F2?
Honestly, nagulat ako because malalakas pa rin naman yung mga team na sumali. Although 6 teams lang, pero of course we have PBL champions Cherry Tigo. Petrogas also showed so much promise in the last PBL. So parang I thought there are gonna be super interesting matches, especially when it's against F2. But I guess a big factor is sobrang na-miss talaga nung team yung paglalaro, and we know talaga how saddened they were na hindi sila nakasali ng PBL. So I guess nag-ipon lahat ng motivation nila, and finally when they got to play, they were just all out, and it reflected sa resulta ng mga games nila.
Now, Mels, meron ka bang nakita mga differences and how they're playing now compared to before, mga 2 years ago?
Grabe, 2 years ago talaga eh.
Grabe, diba? Tagal na.
There were a lot of differences. Of course, there were also mga shifts sa players and major roles siya. We know that Kim wasn't able to play. She's still recovering, and it's a transition, diba? And si Iris kasi was a late addition to the team then. So, I guess sa mga plays nila, technically, meron talagang differences. Pero the biggest factor kasi in their team ever since, diba, from LaSalle to F, it's always their culture and their core program with Coach Ramil na regardless of any changes, kasi hindi lang naman to yung first time na may nabago sa lineup, diba, every now and then may dadagdag, may aalis. Pero they were able to overcome all those changes kasi it's really the program that carries them through.
Alam mo, Mela, you mentioned her already, bagong dating, Iris Tolenada, and she ended up as the best setter. What did you make of yung performance niya? And is it a good sign that she already is a big contributor kahit sobrang aga in her stint with F2?
Well, it's very impressive kasi from what I know talaga, super late na ng pagkaka-add kay Iris into the lineup, and the fact that she was able to gel with the rest of her spikers. It says a lot about her character as an athlete, that she's willing to adjust to them, to a new system. Kasi iba-ibang teams na rin yung napuntahan niya eh. But I guess more than anything, yun nga yung character niya as an athlete to adapt to this kind of change. Tapos, nakapag-deliver siya kasi she was able to work well with all the players, and nakita din natin yung mga offline bondings nila. So I know it contributed to her performance and ending up as a best setter. Parang cherry on top na lang yan kasi after what happened with her previous team with Motolite, it was a series of confusing moments for Iris kung saan na ba ako maglalaro, mag-stay na ba ako sa States, and then eventually the NT came. So we're just very happy for her na finally she found a new home and naging best setter pa siya and champion pa.
Now, Mela, let's discuss Iris's roommate, actually, si Kim Kennedy, KKD, MVP, Best Opposite Spiker. What are your thoughts on her performance this tournament?
Well, we asked me this earlier, pero wala akong masabi. Kahit naman sino sa lineup nila, hindi na talaga surprising if any of them becomes, an MVP. It's just really a matter of kung sino ba this season. Kasi umiikot lang naman sa kanila eh. Kasi yun nga, the quality of these F2 players have always been so high. Most of them are also national team members. So the experience, the level of game has always been there. But I guess for Kiana, her time has come again na she was able to embrace that leadership role again. Kasi, for the longest time, after college, for F2, it was Chang Abby talaga nakita natin na
Right.
nagdadala sa team. But this time, we saw a more mature Kiana also. Kaya well-deserved yung MVP award and best opposite.
Absolutely. And of course, yung F2 had 4 individual awards at the end of that tournament. We're going to go through all of the awardees just really quickly. So, Didin Santiago Manabat and Ces Molina as the best outside hitters, the Abby Maraño and Micah Ortiz as best middles, and Don Macandili as the best libero, as we mentioned a while ago, Iris as the best setter. Now, moving on to another team here. There was another team here that a lot of people were cheering for. That is the California Precision Sports. Kasi grabe, napakabata nila. Average age
16 years old.
16 years old, Mela.
Nag-goosebumps ako.
Oo, 16.
Grabe, diba?
They're not allowed to watch your channel yata. I don't know. But these kids,
Grabe.
these kids performed admirably. And what does that say to you, knowing that 16 and 17-year-olds are playing at sa level na to?
Well, nakakatuwa kasi I think that's the goal of the PNVF Champions League. That's why it's also open for the juniors kasi ang tagal walang liga ng mga like UAAP or even mga juniors league, diba? So I guess this is the time for them to showcase talaga na after almost 2 years, meron ng avenue for them na makapaglaro ulit. And this time, yung mga kasabayan nila are mga pro league. So it really says a lot about the motivation that they have developed over that 2 years na walang liga para sa mga junior leagues, diba? So, nakakatuwa kasi it also reflects sa volleyball community ng Pilipinas na talagang yung mga success na nakikita natin sa pros, mga club teams, nadadala na din dun sa mga younger programs kasi mas nag-elevate na din yung games, diba? I don't think na a decade back, a high school team would have defeated a professional or club team ng ganun kung paano nila ginawa, diba? So, nakakatuwa kasi yung program ng volleyball sa Pilipinas. It's really getting big and it's very evident, lalo na dito sa pinakita ng California Precision in the PNVF Champions League.
Absolutely. A little growth there for the young players. And of course, we leave this interview with a burning question coming from Billy. Si Billy nagsulat nito. Billy was excited to ask this question. Oo, kasi malay mo,
Nandito na nga
baka
sa akin,
mag-trending to eh. Oo.
So Mela, is this a statement of intent for F2 ahead of the PVL?
Statement of it. Hindi po ako taga F2. Paano po yun? Itatanong ko na. I think they're very open naman and they've shown na they're very interested to join. Kahit naman yung last na hindi natuloy, talagang very interested sila sumali. Kaya lang, the situations did not allow them talaga na successfully maka-join ng last. So I guess, moving forward, kaya din nila pinush ng PNVF for them to get that experience. Kasi iba nagtitraining sila pero iba yung kapag nakakalaro ka. So I think they really pushed to join this PNVF Champions League in order for them to get on the big stage come PVL next year.
Absolutely. Mela, thank you very much for joining us. We love everything that you do on social media. We're excited to see it once again. And hopefully, when you come back here, less formal ulit. Okay, thank you very much, Mela.
Yes, gusto mo ba? Thank you pa. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.
Right. When we return, we'll catch up with Yamaha Racing Philippines Wonder Boy McKinley Kyle Paz after his return from the final leg of the 2021 Moto2 European Championship. Keep it here. You're watching the game. Welcome back to the game. I'm Paulo De Rosario. Only a select few riders in the world can say they've reached the level of the Moto2 European Championship. And for the first time in history, the Philippine flag was represented on that stage by 20-year-old McKinley Kyle Paz. Our very own Aitin Sai caught up with the Wonder Boy himself alongside team manager Jordan Cornista after his historic debut, paving the way for Pinoy motorsports.
Today, we're joined by the Wonder Boy himself, McKinley Kyle Paz, repping the Yamaha VR46 Mastercam team, fresh from the final leg of the Moto2 European Championship alongside team manager Jordan Cornista. Kamusta po kayo? Welcome back. Congratulations po.
Hi.
Hi naman po.
Hello po. Unahin na natin si Kyle. Kyle, ngayon na natapos na ang last leg ng Moto2. How does it feel to accomplish history as the first Filipino to represent the country at that level?
Siyempre po, unang-una, sobrang saya kasi noong dream lang talaga na makasali doon. Pero ngayon, halos nakakatapos na po kami na isang season. And siyempre, nagpapasalamat po ako sa Yamaha sa binigay nilang opportunity po para sa akin.
Yes. And Sir Jordan, ano naman yung assessment mo at ng team sa performance ni Kyle sa last leg, pati na rin sa buong Moto2 season?
Si Kyle bilang first-timer dito sa CEV. So first time niya makasakay sa CEV motorcycle, which is napakalayo doon sa mga motor na nasakyan niya dati. And at the same time, yung mga racetrack sa Europe, first time din niyang na puntahan at nakarerahan. So overall, napakaganda na naging performance ni Kyle for a first-timer dito sa competition na to. And even yung buong team at mga crew chief niya sa mekaniko, they're quite amazed of Kyle's performance kasi yun nga, para sa isang first-timer, sobrang achievement na nakuha niya, especially nung 40-mile round wherein nakuha ni Kyle yung pang-pito overall dun sa karera.
Yes. Gaano po kayo ka-proud na nakita niyo po na nakasakay na po siya sa first full-size bike for the first time? Tapos talagang, yun nga po, nandun yung mga Pilipino sinuportahan siya. Ano po yung naramdaman niyo na nakita niyo po yun?
Actually, even me, nung una, hindi ako makapaniwala na nandun na kami, nandun ako, nandun si Kyle, pinapanood ko, and nasa paddock na kami ni Valentino Rossi sa Master Camp. Talaga, this is quite an achievement for not only for Yamaha Motor Philippines but for the whole country as well. Na kumbaga meron na tayo naging representative na Pinoy sa ganitong klaseng karera, ganitong kalaki.
Kyle, matanong nga, buong motorsports community ng Pilipinas sumubaybay at sumuporta sa bawat race mo. Gaano kalaking boost at motivation yun para sa iyo?
Siyempre, napakalaking tulong po dahil isa po sila sa nagbibigay sa akin ng gana, ng power bago magsimula yung race. Kumbaga, pag nakikita ko yung mga post nila sa Facebook, sa social media, talagang lalo akong ginaganahan bago mag-race. Kaya, syempre, nagpapasalamat po ako sa kanilang lahat, sa laging pagsuporta po nila sa akin at sa Yamaha. Yun po.
And, Kyle, ano din yung biggest learning, yung pinaka natutunan mo sa race na to na dadalhin mo sa mga next upcoming races mo?
Tinuruan po kasi na ako ng VR46 na kumbaga hindi lang bilang mas maging better rider. Siyempre, as a better person, naituro din nila sa akin yun na which is dadalhin ko di lang sa karera hanggang sa pang normal na buhay po natin.
Kyle, throughout every step naman ng journey mo sa Moto2 kasama ang Yamaha team, gaano sila kalaking bahagi ng buhay mo and syempre ng career mo?
Syempre, palagi po ako nagpapasalamat sa kanila dahil kumbaga hindi ko po maabot yung narating ko ngayon kundi po dahil sa kanila. Kaya palagi po ako nagpapasalamat sa Yamaha Philippines.
Yes. And last but not the least, any message to Pinoy fans kay Sir Jordan muna sa mga aspiring riders who have been inspired by Kyle's story?
To all racing fans and dun sa mga aspirants din to be one of riders natin dito sa Pilipinas and as well sa international racing. Yan, we are here. Yamaha Motor Philippines is here to help you kung gusto nyo maging katulad ni Kyle, kung gusto nyo sumunod sa mga yapak niya. We have different programs for you. So as I mentioned, subaybay lang kayo sa Facebook page namin or dun sa website to know more for our mga upcoming events sa pwede nyo salihan para kumbaga masimulan natin yung journey nyo into entering sa sa motorsports world.
Yes. And syempre si Kyle, ano naman yung mensahe mo sa mga fans mo?
Syempre, unang-una, maraming salamat po sa palaging pagsuporta po sa akin. At supportahan niyo po ako sa mga susunod ko po na race. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. God bless you.
Yes, maraming salamat. That was Kyle Paz and Sir Jordan Cornista from Yamaha Racing Philippines. Hope to see you guys soon and can't wait to see you on the track again. God bless sa inyo.
Now shifting back to the PBA as we look ahead to next week where we'll get to know more about the journey of the Yoyong Martires with the last Philippine team to compete in the Olympics.
Welcome to the show where basketball icons take the toughest questions head on. I'm Miko Halili and this is Hot Seat. Using his incredible speed and defensive tenacity to the fullest, he earned this place among the game's all-time greats. Yoyong Martires played for some of the country's most legendary teams. His reputation as a hooper can never be questioned. But how exactly did he accomplish all these? Paano ka nagkalakas ng loob to actually make a movie, TV career as a comedian? Yung Jaworski, pag naagawan ni Martires, ano ang reaction ni Big J?
Now don't miss out on the upcoming episode of Hot Seat with Miko Halili featuring Yoyong Martires this Monday 9 p.m. on PBA Rush. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Billy Capistrano.
Catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. I'm Paulo Del Rosario, and this has been The Game.